If you're a coach running a webinar, a VSL, or a live presentation to sell your high ticket offer and your ROAS looked incredible when you actually started, but the moment you tried to scale, the moment you pushed your ad budget, it fell off a cliff. You feel scared, you feel panicked seeing the ROAS going down the drain, and you then try to manage the CAC, CPL and all those numbers in order to maintain that ROAS, and the only option left at the end is to downscale the ad budget and stabilize the campaign. If you relate to any of this, then this video is exactly for you. Watch this video, and in the next 10 minutes I'm gonna show you exactly why you have been trying to fix the wrong number this entire time and why it's quietly keeping you small. I have used this exact shift to take a funnel which was doing a great 3x ROAS to start with but could not scale at all, to a funnel which was actually spending 10x of that and nearly around $500 to $1,000 per day on ads at huge profit margins for myself and for a lot of my clients. So here's the plan. 1. I'm gonna show you exactly why your ROAS starts to dip down the moment you try to scale. 2. The only one metric that you should actually focus on in order to make sure your sales funnel scales super fast and without compromising on your profit margins. And 3, exactly how to fix the whole model so you can spend as much money as you want on paid advertisements and unlock infinite scale while also maintaining healthy profit margins. So stick around till the end because I'm going to show you the exact strategy that makes all of this look like a child's play and how some of our clients are actually hitting 16x to 25x ROAS at incredible scale. And the first thing that you need to understand before we dive deeper is your ROAS falling down at scale is not a bug. It's just the price that you pay for scaling up. And the business owners who actually scale past you already prepared for it. Let me show you what they actually see that you don't. Let me first answer why your ROAS starts falling down as soon as you start scaling. Let's assume this here is your total addressable market. This is all the people, the whole pool of audiences who might buy your high ticket offer. Now out of this, only 3 to 5% people at the center here, which I have indicated with a red circle, only 3 to 5% of people are actually warm enough so that they'll buy your offer right now. And here's the thing, your funnel isn't broken. What happens at the start is that the algorithm pushes all of your ads in this warmest portion of the total addressable market, which is why you receive beautiful ROAS, high conversions and jaw-dropping profit margins. But the moment you try to scale these ads, this small pool of 3 to 5% buyers just gets exhausted. And in order to spend more money, ads start reaching out of this circle into the colder segment of the market, who will take a lot of time to get converted. And this is what leads to high cost per lead. This is a problem of pool saturation with auction dynamics, not just a mistake. And this is what happens when you are sticking to the old way of scaling. Your ROAS starts dropping down extremely fast. You start panicking and stressing out. You limit the amount of money that you're putting on Facebook ads. And in return, you start making limited amount of money, and sometimes your revenue starts dipping down as well because now you're restricted to the very small pool of warm buyers, and that's it. And remember, this 3 to 5% pool of warm audiences or warm buyers is extremely competitive, which means all of your other competitors in your domains are bidding on the exact same audiences. Extreme bloodbath. Now let me show you the new, better and sexier way. You realize that the ROAS is out of the picture because the moment you try to scale, the ROAS is going to get affected. So you stop being affected from the ROAS as a number because ROAS is a vanity metric, and we're going to discuss why. And you start focusing on the number that actually matters the most, because of which you start spending more and more money on Facebook ads because now you can afford to spend a lot of money on ads, which is why you start scaling extremely fast and there's no stress and you are extremely happy. Now here's the number that's actually lying to you. The moment ROAS drops, people rush to fix their CPL, cost per click, cost per melee, cost of customer acquisition, and they try to push their ads towards a cheaper segment of the market, trying to lower all these numbers, which is why they're just getting cheaper, uninterested audiences who do not have any intent to buy. And they try to fix these vanity metrics and end up breaking their whole business. Now, let me ask you a quick question. Would you rather make $1,000 from spending $100 on ads, which is a jaw-dropping 10x return on ad spend, which definitely looks good on paper, or would you rather make $300,000 by spending $100,000 on ads, which is around just 3x ROAS? The answer is pretty simple and in front of your eyes. In the first scenario, you are pocketing just $900 as profit. But in the second scenario, you are pocketing $200,000 as profits. Now tell me one thing, is this 10x ROAS going to pay your loans with just $900 in profit? Of course not. The number that actually matters is the profits that you can generate at scale. Because in the second scenario, you actually made just 3x ROAS, just 3x, which is less than half of what we made in the first scenario. But still, the profit that we generated was more than 200% higher than the first scenario. And this is the biggest mindset shift that we need to have imprinted in our heads as business owners. And the one reframe that you need to keep in mind is not focusing on vanity metrics like ROAS and CPL and all that stuff, but focus on the gap between what a customer is costing you, which is the cost to acquire a customer, and the money that you're making from that customer, which is lifetime profits. So the only metric that you should focus on is the gap between these two numbers, which is also called the CAC to LTP ratio. And this CAC to LTP, so LTP is lifetime profits, CAC is cost of acquiring a customer. And this ratio should be well above 1:3. That's it. And if you just maintain a ratio which is higher than this number here, you're good to go. You can scale very fast without looking back. And you just have to focus on maintaining this ratio no matter at what scale you are running your business or at what scale you're running your ads. This ratio should stabilize. So what exactly can we do? We have to focus instead on increasing the lifetime profits. The rising cost per lead is unavoidable. Do not fight it. But instead, raise the lifetime profits fast enough so that it starts scaling with the rising cost of acquiring a customer and the ratio remains stable. If you manage to let CPL and lifetime profits rise together, maintaining the ratio, you have essentially unlocked infinite scale. Because here's the deepest truth that people just don't understand. Your CAC can only fall to 0. The best you can achieve with CAC or CPL is that you can make it fall till 0. That's it. But when it comes to lifetime profits, it's essentially infinite. You can scale it as much as you want forever. So you never win by cutting costs. You actually win by making each lead worth more. And here's how you actually increase the lifetime profits. 3 levers that you need to pull. First, and the best one, is that you can actually raise the ticket size of your core offer. Second, you can actually offer additional products like upsells or downsells or cross-sells or multiple products along the way. Of course, it has to make sense. You cannot just randomly go ahead and keep adding new products. And third is adding a recurring or a membership model in the backend with your core offer. This is usually the single biggest LTP multiplier. Now, of course, you can find other creative ways to increase this LTP, but these are my top 3 choices when it comes to increasing the lifetime profits of a customer or a client. Because when your lead is worth more, you can afford to outspend every competitor of yours. The business with the highest backend profits can pay the most to acquire a new client. Always remember, the one who can spend the most to acquire a client wins and will starve out every competitor who is trying to focus on vanity metrics like ROAS. Oh, by the way, if you want to get more clarity on whether your system will break at scale, I've created a scale profitability calculator. You just have to plug in your real CPL, your lifetime profits, and you can instantly see if you can afford to scale and at what level your economics will break. You'll find the link to the calculator below this video. Now, everything I showed you till now was about how to survive paid scaling. But how do some people actually achieve incredible ROAS like 16x, 25x, 40x at scale? You must have seen a lot of screenshots on the internet. All these people who are posting real numbers of such jaw-dropping ROAS for their business. And the truth is, you cannot do that just through media buying. You have to actually build it. Everything we discussed till now was about how to increase the lifetime profits because the CAC is going to continuously keep on rising. But what if I tell you there's one thing that will attack this equation from the other side of the gap? It will help you actually lower the CAC. And that one thing is organic brand. Your organic brand actually helps you drive this CAC towards zero. That's the only thing that will help you decrease this CAC at scale. And the moment you start doing both of these things, you start decreasing the CAC and you start increasing the lifetime profits, this gap starts becoming enormous. And this is where 16x to 25x ROAS lives. And you can actually achieve even higher than that because all of it depends completely on how good of an organic brand you create for yourself. See, all these people who are running ads online and trying to optimize their CAC, CPL and all these numbers, they're just living and surviving on rented attention. But when we talk about organic content, it is an owned compounding asset. Unlike paid advertisements where your CAC keeps on rising continuously as you try to scale, a strong organic brand actually pairs very well with your paid advertisements and keeps on acquiring high quality leads for your business at marginal cost. As you scale and as the volume grows, your cost per lead falls down, your ROAS skyrockets, and then there's no stopping you. Plus, every piece of your content that people consume, it's creating more and more buyers for you, which means every single minute of your content that these people are binging, it's actually pre-selling them so that the moment they come on a call with you, they're already sold and selling becomes extremely easy. You're not even selling. Actually, they are buying from you because they want to buy from you because they already love you. The more they binge, the more they will buy. And when we talk about the organic brand, a lot of people think that they just have to post more on social media. That cannot be further away from the truth. What actually matters, people do not want value for free. At least the good quality people who actually are buyers who want to invest in their own growth, they do not want value for free. What they actually are looking for is insight. Insight is always greater than value. If you keep on adding value in your organic content on your YouTube videos or on your Instagram, you're not going to attract good quality clients. Because good quality clients are actually just looking to assess you. They're actually looking to understand whether you are competent enough to help them or not. Content that actually changes their perspective on how they see their problems is what actually sells. Now, organic ROAS is actually a passive strategy. It's a good passive strategy to follow for the longer run because it does not have a dial that you can just dial up and start getting more results. It is a strategy that compounds slowly and over time it shows you explosive growth. Paid advertisements buy you speed and organic buys you profit margins. And if you learn how to pair both of these together, achieving jaw-dropping ROAS will become child's play. Remember, paid traffic is like rented attention. But when you actually build an organic brand, it acts like an equity. And equity is what actually prints incredible ROAS. So stop optimizing ROAS, optimize the gap and make every lead cost less. Paid advertisements keep you alive, but organic, insight-driven brand is what generates those jaw-dropping numbers. That's the whole game. Now again, I have created a scale profitability calculator. You'll find the link in the description. You just have to plug in your real CPL, your real lifetime profits, and that calculator will show you whether you would be able to scale your model and at what point your numbers will break, and it will show you clearly what your bottleneck is so that you can actually start fixing it from now. And if you're someone who wants me to help them install the best scaling model for 2026 in their business, I have actually created a step-by-step roadmap explaining exactly how we do that for all of our clients. Click the link in the description. You'll find that video. It's an unlisted video. It's not available to public. It's just for those who actually are interested in working with me personally. You'll find that video in the description. Until next time, I'll see you in the next one.